So, I'm a bit late to this party, but Logan Paul, the infamous YouTuber known mostly for filming a dead body in a suicide forest in Japan, recently stated that he walked out of Christopher Nolan's film Oppenheimer because it was just people talking. No, I don't know why I need to explain why Logan Paul's opinions on movies should matter, and I don't know why anyone would particularly follow this guy's idea of what a good movie is. However, it got me thinking of some films that I think are really damn great that are just about people talking. Maybe not the most timely of videos, but I've been a little creatively in a rut recently, so I think just making a fun video recommending some movies about people yapping to spite what Mr. Paul said sounds like a fun time to me. So anyway, here's a couple of movies that are just people talking that I really like, so let's do it. The first movie I want to talk about is one that I kind of feel is like a fever dream, and that's George Lucas's American Graffiti. The movie came out in 1973, and I genuinely don't know how to describe it. I guess ultimately it's a slice of life coming of age drama. It follows a couple of high schoolers on their last night of summer vacation in the early 1960s. The movie is endlessly charming and feels so old, yet the energy is off the charts in every scene. The movie is so chaotic, and several minutes will go by before you realize that you've just spent 10 minutes following characters talking completely in cars, both inside the cars themselves and in passing. As much as I love the original Star Wars from 1977, I never felt like it was a particularly well-directed film and kind of felt like the editing, charm, pacing, and timeless special effects were the true saving graces. So I never felt like Lucas was a great director, especially after the prequels, but seeing American Graffiti proved me wrong as the film is filled with energy and style in the visuals and presentation. I don't know, it's just a really fun and entertaining movie, and it's also fun to see famous film director Ron Howard as a teenager. The movie is charming, energetic, and filled with memorable scenes and strong character arcs. I know I'm kind of cheating on this one, including 3 movies in one slot, but the Before Trilogy might be my favorite movie trilogy. It's not the best, I can fully give that award to the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but there's something I find so endearing about the Before Trilogy. It's literally 3 straight films of characters just conversing with each other. That's it. When watched in back-to-back succession, it feels like just one long conversation. It's such an emotional set of films that I feel even the most hardened of people would feel something if they sat down and watched these movies. The chemistry between Julie Delpy and Ethan Hawke is quite possibly the best on-screen chemistry I've ever seen. You watch as these two people fall in love, but instead of cutesy montages with upbeat pop music playing in the background or forced third-act fights, the films just unfold in the most natural feeling of ways. Richard Linklater is sort of a master of films where it's just about people talking, but the Before Trilogy feels like his most sentimental and personal set of films. I'm never bored by the conversations these two characters are having because whether they're talking about each other, themselves, love, or life, it's always engaging and the performances are raw, charismatic, and gripping. If you're a fan of just really rich characters and good back and forth dialogue, I'd say check these movies out. They are pretty short and you could bang out the entire trilogy in a weekend. The next film I'd like to talk about is My Dinner with Andre. This movie feels like a lot and a little all at once. I really don't know how to talk about this movie if I'm being honest, but I think it's somehow one that everybody should watch. Even if I think you'll hate this movie, I would still weirdly recommend it to you. If you ask for a film that nothing happens yet is engaging start to finish, this would probably be my answer. It goes from funny to haunting to thought-provoking to depressing to hopeful and inspiring and back around again. It's such an extremely well-written film that survives solely on 3 things: the writing, the acting, and the authentic feel. The little interruptions by the waiter are such a small detail but add so much, making the entire film feel really like just a conversation between 2 familiar friends. But the long rants and monologues from both characters are just so consistently enticing because of how interesting the subject matter is and how great the delivery complements it. The responses and dialogue are so well crafted, but so much is said that it's hard not to get lost in it all. But I kind of love it. I really don't know what else to say about this film. I think it's one that everyone should experience because I don't see a single person seeing this and not at least taking one thing from it. So yeah, check out My Dinner with Andre. And the last movie I want to talk about is Clerks. And should I still love this movie at 25? I don't know, and I don't know what that says about me, but I don't really care. I just love everything about Clerks. The filmmaker in me is sort of just in love with the fact that Kevin Smith, the director of the film, maxed out a bunch of credit cards to even make this movie. The extremely low budget look and feel of it is, I think, either going to make it or break it for you. But I don't know, I love the cheap ass aesthetic. It just screams I wanted to make a film and didn't have a lot of money, but I said fuck it and did it anyway, which is inspiring even if you're not a filmmaker. But beyond that, the movie has charisma oozing out the screen with hilarious and extremely memorable and iconic scenes. Conversation completely drives the film, with discussions ranging from topics about the ethics of blowing up the second Death Star in Return of the Jedi, weird different customers, and general thoughts of life, looking back on the past, worrying about the future, all wrapped up in a dingy black and white dressing, but still plenty of purpose and style in the filmmaking. I consider this and The Evil Dead to be the two beacons of independent filmmaking. It's just a really easy to like movie that has such a distinct style and tone to it that you get the craving to watch it every so often solely off the movie's feel and vibe. So yeah, this is the last recommendation for this video. These are all great movies in my opinion, and each are different enough that I think this is a nice little diverse list. And as always, if you guys liked this video, make sure to click the like button, subscribe if you want to hear more, and click the little bell notification so you get notified when I post new videos, and as always, I will see you guys on the next video.